This Bridge Award means so much to me because I've devoted so much of my public life and my private life to building bridges and to standing up for justice. Coming from an organization who I admire, respect, and have come to love over the years means the world to me, and I've been shouting it from the rooftops. I was studying in the summer of '65 when I was a rising junior in high school. I had the opportunity to study in Atlanta, and my instructor took mercy on me because I was the only one from the North, and so she invited me to her church. She did not tell me that her brother was the guest preacher that day, and her brother was Martin Luther King. After the service, I was introduced to him. And there's something about that moment that still reverberates within my spirit. In that moment, as I shook his hand, I could feel God's presence, number one. And number two, I knew that it was a memory I would cherish and remember for the rest of my life. I could feel the impact. I've been proud and pleased to stand up for justice, and in many times in partnership with JCRC and its members. Israel is, in addition to being a geographic location, it's a state of mind. It celebrates democracy, it celebrates faith. I learned about the culture and behind their traditions and saw and participated in the Shabbat. The trip with community leaders, the untold part of the story is that on all our travels, we had an opportunity to interact with each other. We formed bonds. One of the things that impressed me on the first trip was the range of speakers. The JCRC has the faith and confidence in the idea of Israel that they say you can judge for yourself. It was an illuminating experience. It was a transformative experience, and I never forgot it. And I thought that it would be important for faith leaders to move past headlines and sound bites to come and see for themselves the land of the Bible. And I keep coming back to Yad Vashem. And when you say 6 million people died, you don't know 6 million people. I don't know 6 million people. But to see the shoes, to see the records, to hear the stories. When we came out, we couldn't talk to one another. We were overwhelmed with emotion. The mission was accomplished because we now understood never again in a whole different way. When we come back to New York, we're different people. And we want to continue growing and building and working together. I grew up with Jewish friends. I'm a Caribbean American. I was raised that we're all Americans. And I treasured those friendships, and they were the basis for my future friendships, and wanting to find out about the values that would make Schwerner, Cheney, and Goodman come out of the safety of their existence and put themselves at the most fearful place at that time in America and die together. They were willing to sacrifice for their values. I had Jewish teachers who encouraged my learning, my growing, and I never forgot them. And they taught me to look past what stereotypes and polarization later brought to the table and see the humanity of everyone. During the Civil Rights Movement, the question is often raised, what happened to the good people in America? The Jewish community was there in many, many tangible ways. They put their skins and souls on the line. They walked with us and marched with us and sang and prayed with us. So there's a shared history and shared values. It has been my mission and my purpose to stand up for the freedom and the rights of others. The right of Israel to exist is so important. It's a beacon light. Israel chose to afford me one of its highest honors, the Martin Luther King Award. And that's a moment in life. It's the last place my mother, who's gone on to glory, saw me in public. On that night, it was a mountaintop moment for myself and for my family. The friendship of the Black and the Jewish communities has not been held up enough about the what could be of America. And I'm pleased and proud to be a part of that history and current events, to build a bridge to brotherhood to the Jewish community. We have had tensions and incidents and episodes between individuals in our community, and we can't allow them to become the definition of our relationship. We have too much history together, and it goes beyond the Civil Rights Movement. We've worked together in various industries, in entertainment, in culture. We know what cooperation and what acceptance looks like. We have to build on that and tell that story and shout it from the mountaintops, which is one of the reasons I'm so excited about this honor that JCRC is affording me. One of the achievements that I'm most proud of is the Eagle Academy, because we created it so that it would be something that would live after we were gone. The idea of telling young men that you can be an eagle, you can be other than what the people around you have been, you can lift them. You can be a shining light. You can defend. You can support them. The thing that I'm most proud of is that my grandson graduated from the Eagle Academy. The mark I would like to leave on the world is this, that when times were dark, he lit a candle. When voices were silent, he spoke up. When others were downtrodden, disappeared, or depressed, that he stood up for justice. This evening means so much to me and to people who know me that we intend to leave this place on December 15th and go out into the world and be the change that others are praying for.